Welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Cube. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Big Daddy.
We thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us today. We are just doing a little chit-chatting today and just updating you guys on some things and just talking. Yeah, no crocheting, no crochet projects. Well, we might talk about some crochet, but anyway.
Might.
Anyway, I hope you're all having a great day. It is Tuesday here for us, and Phoebe is just up here dying to say hello. So, come on, girl. Say a quick hello.
She heard the video going, so she had to be in it.
She just wants to jump up and say hi, and then she's fine and putting her down, and she can go get in her puppy bed. And Sissy is climbing on the table behind the camera over there. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be famous.
Our cats have been traumatized this past weekend. We got tricked, roped into, I don't know.
We babysat Elijah's dogs this weekend. Not tricked anything.
Well, I said, okay, he had asked our son Elijah, that's the youngest one, he had asked our oldest son Dakota to keep his dogs, and Dakota said no. Well, he kept asking Dakota and bugging Dakota about it, and Dakota was just ignoring him. And he told Dakota, "You can't ignore me forever." And Dakota said, "I can until Monday," which was when Elijah was coming back from his out-of-town trip. And so Dakota had told me all this, and I was like, "Thanks for the heads up. I'll ignore it too." So I wasn't planning on answering his phone calls. Well, I had ran in Walmart to grab something. Big Daddy sat in the car, and my phone started ringing, and so I didn't know if it was Big Daddy or what. And it was I looked in my purse, and I couldn't find the phone in my purse. Then I realized it was in my pocket, and so I was trying to pull it out of my pocket, and while I was doing so, it answered. Guess who it was? It was Elijah wanting us to babysit his dogs for the weekend till Monday night. And so I was like, well, I don't know. You'll have to ask your dad. Well, for some reason, he can't get phone calls from Elijah. They go straight to voicemail. So Elijah has to text him to call him, and then he calls Elijah. So I said, I don't know. Well, so see, let me talk to your dad. So I called him, who was in the car, and he was like, yeah, tell him yeah. It's like, oh.
It's my boy.
I knew the dog would end up falling on me, the work of them and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't going to affect him that much. So we kept the dogs. He has Django is a little Chiweenie, yeah, and Ginger is like a border collie mix. And so she just has like a lot of hair. She sheds and she has a lot of hair. And I mean, after Elijah moved out, I feel like it took us forever to get all the dog hair out of the house.
Several months to get the dog hair out of the house.
I mean,
every time you turn around, there's a clump floating across the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it just took a while to get all that dog hair out of the house. And so I wasn't looking forward to bringing that back. But
anyway.
And so we ended up, we kept them, and we kept them blocked where they could not get past the kitchen and parlor. So they could go in the bathroom, the kitchen, and the parlor. So our cats
stayed out of the bathroom, the kitchen, and the parlor
the whole weekend.
They would look out the door and see the dogs, and they'd turn around and go back.
Yeah. So it's been a stressful weekend. Not for you.
No,
but just dealing with, I'm worried about the cats, even though I did have Elijah to take one of their litter boxes and put back there, and their food and all that kind of stuff. But I worried about them not using their litter box and then, you know.
But they did.
They finally did.
They did.
I swear they waited the whole weekend before they pooped.
Couldn't take it anymore.
No, I couldn't look. I'd walk by and I'd look at the litter box and I was like, surely they gotta poop. I hope they're not pooping somewhere else, you know. And I would go in our bedroom and
We'll check under the bed later on.
I'd go in there and I'd be smelling to see if I smelled cat poop, and I didn't. So hopefully, I don't know. Anyway, Elijah finally came back and got them last night about. It was after
2:30.
Yeah, about 2:30 a.m. He had said he would be back around 8-ish. I called him at 8, and he said, "Oh, we're supposed to leave Hot Springs now." Like, what?
So I put it at midnight.
Yeah, and so at midnight, I called him to say, "Hey, where y'all at?" And he said, "We're in El Dorado. We'll be there in about an hour."
Which should have been right.
For some reason, they didn't get here till 2:30, and so, oh my gosh.
He might have went to Denny's or something. Who knows?
I don't know, but yeah, knowing him. So anyway.
So we had an interesting weekend.
Yeah,
with the grandkids.
On top of everything else going on in our life, we had these crazy dogs. And so, yeah, that's the way it is. I am drinking sweet tea. Louisiana sweet tea. What are you drinking, Big Daddy?
I don't know. Some kind of fruit drink. Kool-Aid type thing, sugar-free.
Oh, yeah.
Get it at Walmart in little packets.
Is it the watermelon?
No, it's the orange, banana, strawberry.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of our cups, it's a beautiful day to crochet. We use these cups all the time.
Yeah.
That's Sissy walking by.
Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Oh.
Hey, Sissy girl.
She does not like to be held. Not that much. She wants to be petted, but not held.
And you'll see she doesn't have a tail. She came that way.
Yeah.
We had, if you are new here and don't know, we adopted 2 cats this past January from the
shelter.
Yeah, Sissy, no, from that animal shelter, Sissy and Sassy, and they told us that they had to go as a pair because they were bonded. Them cats ain't no more bonded than anything, but we're glad we have both of them.
Yeah. Kayla was wanting a cat. I gotta get a cat. We gotta get a cat because Dakota moved out with his cat, so we had to get another one. And
Phoebe was depressed.
Yeah.
Because she missed Monty.
Yeah.
And then, Dakota had moved out a couple years before, and she loved playing with his cat. Well, then Django and Ginger lived here, and then when Elijah moved out, when Elijah moved out, Django and Ginger left, and it was just Phoebe, and she just acted sad, and she was depressed. She didn't have a friend, so I wanted to get her a cat.
Couldn't get a Labrador. We had to get a cat. Anyway, so we go up there, and I haven't really been fond of cats my entire life, but so I told her, I said, the only way we're getting a cat is if they have a black, bobtailed, green-eyed cat.
Guess what they had?
A black, bobtailed, green-eyed cat. And we could only get that one if we got the other one, too. So we came home with 2 cats that day.
He didn't want any cats. But he has grown attached to these cats.
Yeah, I like my cats now. I don't like anybody else's cats, but I like my cats. Kind of like kids.
Oh, you don't like other people's kids?
Yeah. They get on my nerves.
Oh, silly man. But anyway, speaking of our cups, I'm going to list 25 more of these cups up in the Etsy shop today. So by the time you see this video, there will be a link for these cups. But
we appreciate y'all buying them too.
yeah, we appreciate that so much. But not only that, Big Daddy made 2 more cups at request. It's a beautiful day to loom knit.
And it's a beautiful day to knit.
So these will also be up in the Etsy shop. And these are going to be made per order.
Yeah.
As people order these, then he will make them and we'll get them shipped out. But anyway, I think they turned out really nice. If you don't know and haven't been here to know anything, this is not vinyl. This is sublimation. So that means it is like baked in.
Baked into the finish of the cup.
Yeah, so you don't feel anything. It's just smooth. But they did turn out really pretty. Hold yours back up there. And it's a beautiful day to knit. So, yeah. These were by request, so they will be posted today. Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully, if all goes well.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So if you want one, order one. I'll make it for you and we'll get it to you.
So I want to give you all an update on Big Daddy. Thank you all so much for your prayers for him. He gave me such a scare week before last. Just a little update. He was found in his office laying on the floor, unresponsive.
Gave you a scare.
He gave all of us a scare. Poor Belinda, who found him. I'm sure that traumatized her. Yeah, I'm sure that traumatized her a lot, finding him. And she was shaking him and hollering his name and trying to wake him up, and he was just unresponsive. But anyway, he is doing better. Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here.
He's doing better. Just this weekend, I've noticed him doing a lot better in his confusion.
Thinking.
You know, I mean, he hit his head hard on that concrete floor. And, you know, he got a concussion, a brain injury. So it's just taking a little time for that to heal. But I see improvements. I see a lot of improvement. So he's doing good. And I'm happy to have him here with me. I can't live without this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of lost that whole day, though.
Yeah, he don't remember anything about that Thursday, and he'll argue with me about what happened that day. Like, even when we were at the doctor's office, he was saying, yeah, no, they never did get an IV in. I'm like, yeah, they did. They gave you fluids. And he's like, no, they couldn't get the IV in. I'm like, yeah, they gave you fluids. They gave him a big old huge bag of fluids. But, he just can't remember that, you know. But it's getting better. He's getting better. And so, anyway, the doctor just, all she can come up with is, you know, a TIA.
Yeah.
Small stroke. So, it takes a little time to recover. I myself have had five TIAs. I believe mine was caused by medication that I was on, because I was having these like frequently, and then once I stopped that medication, it was an infusion that I went for every month. Once we stopped that infusion, I hadn't had another episode. So I do believe it was brought on by that medication, and I was on that medication for years.
Mm-hmm.
For many, many years, I would go and get this infusion once a month. But anyway, so it just takes a little time to heal and get over it and get back. So he goes back to the doctor again next Monday, and hopefully he'll be, be able to return to work after that. She seemed confident that another week would give him time.
Clear on up.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. I've enjoyed having him here most days.
By the end of this week, she won't be saying that.
I've enjoyed having him home with me.
She'll be like, "Are you going back to work?"
But anyway, yeah, I do appreciate you guys so much for
Absolutely.
your concern for him and praying for him. It's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's for sure, right?
Yeah. And I've been able to get on Facebook and read some of the remarks and posts that y'all have done, and I really do appreciate it. You just don't know. It means a lot.
Yeah, it does. So, what are we doing this week? Remember, before his episode, we had signed up to be a vendor at an event, like a trick-or-treat family festival event, and so we had paid our vendor booth money already and such, and so we're going to try to do that this Saturday. We're making progress. We need to figure out every little thing we need to do to be ready for that, and make a list and check things off and get things done.
Yeah.
So we're working towards that. We're going to try to pull that off. Our oldest son, Dakota, is going to come out the night before and load the car.
Help us load.
And his Jeep.
What?
Oh, no, I was looking at Sassy. To load my car and his Jeep up, and then meet us up there the next morning to unload and stuff. So I think we can pull it off. There's going to be people there that will help us unload the car, possibly. That's what we've been told. If not, we'll be like, Dakota!
He's on the committee. He could designate people.
And so, after that, I mean, that's what we're working on this week, is just planning that out, seeing what we're taking and not taking and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's about all we have going on this week, really, majorly, you know.
Major.
And then the next Monday, he'll go back to the doctor. And hopefully he'll be released to go back to work then.
Yeah.
That's what we're counting on. And she kind of insinuated that and kind of said, you know, that's her hopes too. And she felt like another week and he would be a lot better. Because I told her, you know, how much improvement I have seen. And so, yep. Right, Big Daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Till then, though, I'm taking blood pressures twice a day, every day now, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys this. So, the other day we got out of the house and went riding, and then we stopped and got something to eat. And then right next to where we ate is Ollie's. And so we decided to go in Ollie's and walk around a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were in Ollie's, and this lady, just out of the blue, just turns around and says, "Oh my gosh, I watch y'all on YouTube." And we're just like, what?
That made Kayla's day.
That was so unexpected, but it was cool. You know, she said she watches us on YouTube, and I said, "So you do you crochet?" And she said, "No, I just watch y'all." And her name was Amy.
So, hey, Amy.
So if you're watching, Amy, hello. I'm glad she spoke up and said that she knew us from YouTube, because that was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. She said when she saw him, she recognized him right away.
Guess I'm unique, huh?
Oh. But anyway, I just thought that was funny. And it was so unexpected. Like, the way she just turned around and said that was, like, the last thing I thought she was fixing to say. Oh. Anyway, what else, Daddy?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. Well, guys, so there's going to be a link to our Etsy shop in the description box below. I'll put it up high so you can find that. So there will be crochet cups, knit cups, loom knit cups, and knit cups.
Yeah.
So there should be 3 listings, and there'll just be like 25 listed of each. So when that runs out, they'll be gone. But we'll put some up the next week also.
Yeah.
And usually I do that on Mondays, but
You had busy yesterday.
yeah, I was kind of busy yesterday. He had a doctor's appointment, and I don't know. You wouldn't think dogs would interrupt your life that much, but they have. They did. Oh.
They were fun.
They were fun.
I watched them from in here. They were fun.
You were back there in the den. They were up here, and they were fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those dogs, they hadn't been here since they moved out, and so...
Which has been, what?
A while.
A year?
They were so excited to see us, and just so happy to see us and all. I had told Phoebe they were coming. He laughs. He thinks I'm crazy because I talk to Phoebe like she's a human. And I told her that Ginger and Django's coming. And she immediately started barking and just waiting on them, anticipating them all day. And then I talked to Elijah before he came. And he said, "Why is she barking?" I said, "She's waiting on Ginger and Django. I told her they're coming." Oh, goodness, guys.
It is funny, though. She can say Zeke is coming, and she'll get right up to the window and stick her head out and start barking. Just...
Yeah, she knows when I say Zeke's coming, she starts barking. If I say Elijah or Dakota's coming, she jumps up and she's barking, anticipating on them. Yeah. But anyway. Alright, guys. It's a beautiful day to crochet, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye, friends.
See you later. Bye-bye.